Ever since Star Wars Episode 1 released in cinemas, I have dreamed of owning Darth Maul's lightsaber. And today, well, today is that day. We have the privilege to review the ultimate Sith weapon. It's Darth Maul's double lightsabers with the Proffie soundboard by NSABERS. And I am so freaking excited. Let's get straight into it. This saber was sent to me by NSABERS for free, though no money has changed hands. Oh my goodness, look at this. We've even been granted some NSABERS white gloves. Oh yeah. Our USB charging cables. We have our tools and some rubber O-rings. An NSABERS logo here, which I believe attaches to the display stand. We've then of course got our instruction manual, a pair of blade plugs, a beautiful pair of 36-inch blades, and the main attraction, the double Darth Maul hilt. Oh my god. And this thing is absolutely hefty. What an absolute beauty. Look at this thing. Oh my god. Thank you, NSABERS, for helping my dream come true. What a gorgeous fit for a pristine display stand. How cool is that? Just like peeling a banana. Alright, these blades are locked and loaded, so without any further ado, let's give it an ignition test. In 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. Whoa. Absolutely badass. And its partner, there we go. Oh my god, guys. Oh, let's get these together. Greetings, Darth Bubble. What is thy bidding, my master? What's that? Darth Bubble is using her Sith mind control powers to compel you to ram that like button because we are about to take this epic Sith weapon for a spin. Yes, Darth Bubble. Good girl, Darth Bubble. Good girl. If you would like to get your hands on this epic Darth Maul lightsaber like me, head over to genie.us/maul or check out the rest of NSABERS catalogue at genie.us/nsabers. By the way, I've been cooperating with NSABERS and have managed to convince them to provide a 15% discount code just for you guys. So to save a huge 15% off your order, enter code GOAT15 at checkout. Oh yeah. So, what are you waiting for? These are badass and you know you want them. They will not disappoint. Oh, and if your partner asks how much they cost, just tell them not only do you have the epic GOAT15 discount code, but it's basically a 2-for-1 deal, isn't it, since it's a double lightsaber. That's right, hit them with that girl math and they can't argue. Now that I've spent several hours dueling and swinging these sabers around, let's get into the pros and cons. These are the things that I love about the Darth Maul Lightsaber. First of all, the build quality of this thing is absolutely insane, as you've been able to see. Second of all, these blades are designed for heavy dueling and are extremely resilient. In the hours that I spent dueling with them, there is no dents or damage to them. Now, the other cool thing to do with dueling is that obviously this saber can be split into two. So I brought this to my family's house over the weekend, and you can actually set these up completely individually, and they are just perfect for dueling. And as I said, guys, it basically is a 2-for-1. You are getting two sabers, which you can bring around as one or disconnect for a duel with your friends or family. Next up, this lightsaber has so many different cool features, a few of which I've just got to show you. First of all, you can change the color to anything you want by holding the bottom button, pressing the top button once, and now look, we can slowly turn to any of the different colors we want. If we wanted, say, a yellow saber, I'll lock that in there. And the other cool thing is, if you didn't want to lock it in, you can duel around with this rainbow saber. How cool is that? You can actually put it in auto deflect mode. So instead of having to press the button each time you wanted to deflect, if you hold down the button for a second and let go, it's now in auto deflect, which makes it a lot cooler for choreographing duels. And of all of the different sound fonts, one of my favorites has got to be the Dark Saber. I also love that this Darth Maul style hilt has an incredibly comfy grip option towards the top of the hilt. As you can see around this ridged area, if you put your hand there, it is extremely comfortable and also provides a great level of balance due to the weight of the blade. I also love the incredible battery life of this saber, which even after hours and hours of dueling with my friends, kept going strong. In fact, the old saber I had ran out of battery and we had to stop recording, but NSABERS had no end in sight. And last but not least, guys, NSABERS has incredible customer support. I reached out to them, they were very responsive to get a discount code for you guys. Now, all of the other reviews I've seen on YouTube, the discount code they offer is 7%. But when I checked on the website, there was existing offers for like 10% plus. So I asked them, do you reckon that you could help me get my viewers a little bit better of a code? And they responded immediately and said, yep, we're upgrading your code to 15%. So get in while you can, guys. It really is an amazing discount code that's very hard to find anywhere else. Now let's get into the cons. These are the things that I think could be improved with the NSABERS Darth Maul Saber. First up, it's the thickness of the blades. What I found is that while I was dueling with my friends, that there were times where the blades did wobble a bit, which kind of makes the illusion of the blades being light goes down. This may be something that NSABERS would consider upgrading the thickness of the blades to fix, or perhaps if I'd have chosen a shorter blade length, this wouldn't have been as much of an issue. The next issue I would love to see improved by NSABERS is to do with these thumb screws. What I found is that they are quite loose and they are prone to falling off during dueling. In fact, just now when I was recording the pros section, I found one of these little silver screws on the ground afterwards, and that's even after I'd fully tightened it. Now, when I was dueling with these a few days ago with my friends, At the end of the night, I realized I'd not lost one, but 3 of these thumb screws, including one of the red ones. Now, we looked around in the ground and managed to find 2 of the missing 3, and they were like trampled into the dirt, so we were really lucky, but I was still completely missing this one just here. So it is a little bit frustrating that they come off. Now, I do have a solution for this, which we will come to shortly. However, very funnily, the next day after the duel had taken place and I'd already written off this screw as missing, I'd actually started typing up a message to NSABERS asking them if I could buy one of the missing thumb screws. And right before I hit send on that message, my friend messaged me and said, hey, look what I just found. And he sent me a photo of the missing thumb screw. So here it is. I went to his house and picked it up, and check it out. Not only did he give me the thumb screw, the bloody legend has given me a Kit Kat Chunky, my favorite, you absolute legend. So let's get this thumb screw out, and I'm going to show you my solution to this problem. Okay, and it's to do with this product just here, and it's called Thread Locker Blue. This is the medium strength variety, and all that you have to do, guys, is take a very, very small drop of this, little bit of sort of dribble on the bottom of that tip. That will literally be enough. So we touch it there. And now, when we screw this in, this is going to harden and prevent this screw from rattling free. So NSABERS, I would love to see some kind of an implementation to stop these screws from loosening in the future. And if you do want to pick up some thread locker, I will leave a link for you in the description below, or visit genie.us/thread. 2 times during dueling with my friends, I had a glitch occur. And what actually, I don't know what caused it. I believe it was an impact. But after it happened, it started beeping uncontrollably. I'm talking just a long, high-pitched beep. Now, obviously, I tried pressing all of the different button combinations. This thing would not shut up. The speaker just kept going. Okay, a bit of a technical issue. This left saber is now frozen and I cannot turn it on or off. And as you can hear, there's a bit of a beep happening. So found out you have to disconnect the battery to reset out of this error. So I had to unscrew it. Now, to my dismay, there wasn't any obvious hard reset switch here that I could press to get it to, you know, power cycle. So I literally had to go and grab a pair of scissors and prise this battery off just enough to cut the power, and then when it came back in, it was all good. So I would love it if there was some kind of a, you know, power reset switch inside, that so you could just press it without having to potentially damage the battery and finding a sharp object to pry it out. And the last and final improvement for NSABERS is just to make some of the instructions on the website a little bit clearer. For example, they've listed to adjust the volume, you press both buttons, but I found that doing so does not do that. It does something else, such as starting this cool hip-hop Star Wars beat. Okay, but actually what the way that I figured out you have to do it is to press top, bottom, then release top, release bottom. And as you heard, we are now in the volume adjust, and I can scroll it down like that, or scroll the volume up like that. Okay, and then to lock it in, we just do the same, top, bottom, release top, release bottom. So just being a bit clearer on the website would save some people a lot of hassle. But guys, in the grand scheme of things, these issues are relatively minor, and I would still highly recommend these incredible Darth Maul lightsabers by NSABERS. If you are interested in picking them up, do make sure you use the link I've provided, genie.us/NSABERS, because it will automatically apply the GOAT15 discount for you. That's right, NSABERS have set it up, so just by visiting that link, it'll automatically add the code to save 15%, which again is bigger than all of the other creator discounts. Kit Kat Chunky. Do make sure that you are a subscriber so you don't miss our next epic review. And while you're down there, what is your favourite lightsaber duel? Mine's got to be the iconic Darth Maul vs Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan in The Phantom Menace. Super epic. Drop your thoughts below. A massive shout out to our GOAT Crew channel members for supporting the channel, you absolute legends. Here's a link if you'd like to join us. Here's our best value lightsaber review for you to check out next, and another great video. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you in the next review. As you wish, Darth Bubble, I will rub your belly for you.